Surprising or not, the current best right back in the world, Dani Carvajal, has never played at the Euros. Yes, Carvajal's biography is littered with amazingly interesting facts, which we'll talk about in a moment. Apart from him, however, we'll also discuss 9 other huge superstars of modern football who have never played in a European Championship. Luckily for them, they will finally have the chance to make their debut this summer. And when we say superstars, we're not even kidding. All 10 players have a total of 13 Champions League trophies, 11 Champions League finals, and 14 league titles. Let's get into it. Dani Carvajal. The man who scored the opener in this year's Champions League final has actually never played in a European Championship, despite being 32 years old. Carvajal made his senior debut for Spain in a friendly against France in September 2014. Since then, he has become a regular starter for La Roja, known for his defensive skills and attacking contributions from his preferred right-back position. An important aspect of Carvajal's international career is his consistent performances at club level for Real Madrid, which have cemented his place on the Spanish team. We all know Carvajal as a very solid and reliable right-back at the club and international level, but injuries have been the main reason for his absence from the Euros. He missed the 2016 and 2020 tournaments due to health problems, with a muscle injury sustained in the Champions League final against Atletico Madrid ruling him out of the Euro 2016, and a hamstring injury ruling him out of Euro 2020. He made his debut against Croatia in the first round of this year's Euros group stage. Despite his lack of experience at the Euros and World Cups, where he has been called up twice but only played in 2 matches, he has been crucial for La Roja. In June of 2023, he played in the Nations League final against Croatia, scoring the winning penalty with a spectacular Panenka strike. Virgil van Dijk. Yes, the Liverpool defender is the second sensational player to have never played a minute of football in a European Championship, simply because he has never been called up. Unlike Dani Carvajal, however, Van Dijk's case is a little more specific. He made his senior debut for the Netherlands in October of 2015 in a Euro qualifier against Kazakhstan. He quickly established himself as a key defender and was named captain in March of 2018, but didn't get to lead his team to the World Cup as the Netherlands failed to qualify. He then suffered a terrible injury ahead of Euro 2020, which took place in 2021, when he was kicked by Jordan Pickford in the Merseyside Derby in the 2020-21 season. So yes, he didn't get a call-up in 2016, and then he was out in 2020 with this knee injury. As you may recall, the initial reports were that Van Dijk would be able to recover in time for the European Championship. But in the days leading up to the tournament, it became clear that he would not be playing. Fortunately, he is now more ready than ever to play in his second major tournament after the 2022 World Cup, making his Euro debut against Poland. Jan Oblak. And here we have the first goalie on the list of the biggest stars to make their debut at a major tournament. The Atletico Madrid shot stopper made his debut for Slovenia in a 2012 World Cup qualifier against Norway. Over the next few seasons, he was constantly rotated with the legendary Samir Handanovic, who retired in 2016 to make way for Oblak. And the Atletico Madrid man eventually even went on to captain Slovenia. Yes, some will say that Slovenia isn't a great footballing country, and it's almost self-explanatory that Oblak hasn't played in a European Championship. However, the fact is that the Balkan country has always had solid footballers this century, as supported by the fact that they have qualified for 2 major tournaments in that time, the 2002 and 2010 World Cups. Josip Ilicic will be back in the squad for Euro 2024, and alongside him and Oblak, Slovenia have another dangerous player, RB Leipzig's Benjamin Šeško. They've also been drawn in a relatively favorable group with Serbia, Denmark, and England, and will have a chance to challenge the former 2 for the third, and why not even second place. Andriy Lunin. If you still don't think Andriy Lunin is a star, just look at what he's done for Real Madrid this season. The Ukrainian is the second goalkeeper on our list, and he absolutely deserves his place. He has seemingly come out of nowhere this campaign, having previously not even been given a chance as a substitute for Los Blancos. It was expected at the start of the season, despite the injury to Thibaut Courtois. And it did, as Real Madrid brought in Kepa from Chelsea to replace the star man. Eventually, however, Lunin's incredible determination and self-belief saw him earn more and more minutes, eventually pushing Kepa to the bench. He made his debut for Ukraine in 2018, but has always been regarded as a youth prospect. Now, however, he is the #1 choice between the sticks, and is eager to make a name for himself and eventually surpass Ukraine's best Euro finish, which was the quarterfinals in 2020. And they have every reason to be hopeful, with the likes of Zinchenko, Dovbyk, Tsinkenkov, Yarmolenko, and Yaremchuk in their ranks. Ferland Mendy. Yes, there are a lot of Real Madrid players on this list, and the most surprising thing is that Mendy is not even the last. The Los Blancos left back is truly one of the most underrated defenders in world football, as you'll rarely hear how influential he's actually been in Madrid's success over the last 5 years. Despite flying under the radar, Mendy has actually been a very effective replacement for Marcelo since his move in 2019. The Frenchman made his senior debut shortly after his country won the 2018 World Cup, in November of that year, but has not been a regular starter in major international tournaments, not even a World Cup. The reason for this is that there is fierce competition for the left-back berth in the France squad, with the likes of Lucas Hernandez and his brother Theo, as well as former Man City man Benjamin Mendy, a regular in the past. The bad news for Mendy, however, is that he is unlikely to play a key role in his debut tournament for France, with the provisional squad suggesting that France's main left-back be Theo Hernandez. Now, this is another player who will be making his Euro debut in 2024, but it is a fact. Theo Hernandez is one of the best left-backs in the world, yet he has never made his European Championship debut. His breakthrough for the senior side came in October of 2021, when he became a hero for France just a month after making his first appearance for the national team. Didier Deschamps' side had qualified for the Nations League final and were up against Belgium in the semifinals. Lukaku had scored, and the Red Devils were leading. But a last-gasp goal from Theo Hernandez put France ahead, and they went on to win the competition. It was a pivotal moment in Hernandez's career as a French international, because just a year later, he made his World Cup debut and played an even more important role, scoring against Morocco in the semifinals. Yes, in the space of just 2.5 years, Hernandez has become an indispensable player for Didier Deschamps, even overshadowing the presence of his older brother, Lucas Hernandez, who currently plays for PSG but wasn't called up for the Euros. Dominik Szoboszlai. Just 2 years ago, Dominik Szoboszlai was virtually unknown to the average football fan, but the Hungarian has quickly risen through the ranks to become one of the most creative midfielders in the Premier League. Many pundits questioned his move to Liverpool and whether he would be able to cope with the pace and pressure of the English game, but he did just that. In just 3 seasons, he has become the most influential player on the Hungarian national team. His side have gone from strength to strength in recent years, and deservedly qualified for the Euros, finishing top of a qualifying group with Serbia, Bulgaria, Lithuania, and Montenegro. He had the misfortune of missing the last Euro after playing a key role in his country's qualification. Due to an injury, Szoboszlai was unable to participate, which was a significant blow to the Hungarian team. Aurelien Tchouameni. And now we come to the final Real Madrid player on our list. Over the past 4 to 5 seasons, Tchouameni has established himself on the world stage to such an extent that we sometimes forget he's only 24 years old. It's also pretty impressive how much he's achieved at such a young age. Champions League, La Liga, Spanish Super Cup, and why not add a goal in a World Cup quarterfinal? Yep, we all remember his incredible long-range strike against England. This summer, however, he achieved another of his great dreams: to represent his country at the European Championships. As he has shown in the opening games of the tournament, Tchouameni is a key player for France, and there is one main reason why he is so valuable. When Paul Pogba's international career came to an end, the Real Madrid man was tipped to replace him, and he has done so in style, just as the World Cup in Qatar has shown. As a defensive midfielder, Tchouameni is known for his excellent ball-winning ability, tactical intelligence, and composure on the ball, all of which make him a valuable addition to the team. So yes, you can be sure that if he continues to develop at this rate, he'll leave a mark on this era for Les Bleus. Jovica Kvaratskhelia. Next up, we have arguably one of the best wingers in Serie A over the last 2 seasons. Yes, Kvaradona, as Napoli fans like to call him in homage to the legendary Diego Maradona, is truly one of the most electrifying footballers at the moment. as he took the Italian league by storm, working wonders with the ball in his debut season as they won the Scudetto. His second season was in a bit of a slower gear, but Kvaradonna's focus was on qualifying Georgia for the European Championships. And, well, he did his job perfectly, fulfilling the role of team star. He finished with 4 goals and 3 assists in the qualifiers, including a goal away to Spain and 2 goals at home to Scotland. Not only that, but Kvaratskhelia helped Georgia qualify for their first ever major tournament, and the Napoli winger played a big part in it. Dusan Vlahovic. Yes, Vlahovic is probably the least starry of the players on this list, having failed to make an impact and fulfill his potential in recent years at Fiorentina and Juventus. However, he is now 24 years old and will be expected to play a major role in Serbia's eventual success on his European Championship debut. In fact, many pundits believe he should be Serbia's starting striker, with his main rival for the position, Aleksandar Mitrovic, playing in the much lower Saudi Arabian league, suggesting that Vlahovic's level is currently higher on the pecking order. There is also the possibility of the two playing together in a 3-4-1-2 formation with Dusan Tadic as an attacking midfielder, as we saw with Serbia at the World Cup 2 years ago. Despite the criticism he's received, Vlahovic continues to gain experience at the highest level, and has enjoyed his best individual campaign for the Bianconeri this season, scoring 18 goals and assisting 4 in all competitions. He even crowned his fine season by winning the Coppa Italia. Did any of these truly surprise you? Let us know down in the comments.